by, he said 9:30 his time. So, but it didn't go through. So I do have a routine. I asked him, but I didn't confirm it. Like you said, just pretty much take the lead and say, hey, let me call you around a certain time, and we can go ahead and three-way in and make sure that order is, taken
Yep.
care of. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Especially
that's
the
my
first
bet.
one.
Yeah.
If leaders control the variables, and you can pretty much set that up. You can see as you get more experience with people, you can pretty much set it up. It's just yeah, yeah, because you'll
Yeah.
know, and if
Cause
it's not done, then I'm not going to say anything, but you'll let me
yeah.
mute myself here.
And then I want to, have it where his senior partner is on the line too. I just didn't want to just completely take the lead. Does that make sense? Because I wanted to have Ian on the line. That's his senior partner, and I wanted to three-way all of us in at one time. But both of their schedules kind of conflicting. Can you hear me, Jackie? You muted yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to do Facebook Live. We're live now, guys. So, Chris, we're on the channel. We can use that channel now, and it just seems to work. I'm hoping better than Facebook Live. Facebook Live cut us off yesterday, so we'll see how this works. Okay. All right. Okay. So first, I want to open up and say welcome, everybody. Wayne, your lead
Yeah.
has been called, and D-A, oh boy, D-O-R-I-N-E, Darren, she
Yes.
is on hold till September. Don't call her. September. As soon as she can do anything is September.
Darn.
Yep. Do you have that written down?
I did.
D-O-R-I-N-E, Doreen.
Find in
Okay.
here.
Okay. So you got your pad of
I don't
paper and
find
pen there?
anybody by that name.
You just got leads this morning.
I did.
So can you write that down, that name?
Doran. Dorin.
Yeah, D-O-R-I-N-E.
Dorine.
Yep. And that's the last set of leads for you. Kim
Yeah, I
is
know.
ready to move forward. Kim called me 3 times in a row.
Kim called you.
Yes.
She did call you.
Yep.
Okay.
And I talked to her this morning, and she has got to talk with her husband, Neil,
Yes.
about whether they're going to do a risk-free unit or the micro commitment.
Okay, so she is in conversation with her husband. I had not contacted her yet. I was going to call her today. Okay.
Yeah, she's been calling me every day. So what we'll do is we will get some time set with you on the call, and she's ready to move forward. She's got a lot of great motivators, and then you will sign her up. You will send the welcome email to her, and you know how to do all that, correct? Make
Yes,
sure
Chris has
otherwise.
been working on that, and I've been pretty much prepared to do that. Yes.
Okay. So do
Sending
you
person
know?
up welcome email.
Okay. So do you know where to find that information, Wayne?
Yes, I know where to find it. I know how to get to it. I've even got it set up in my email in my account, and
Excellent.
able to get to it and go ahead and find it. Once I get it, I go ahead and I sign the person up in the back office. Go ahead and get it to them. Find find all the information and then go ahead and get it to them.
Okay, great. I just want to make sure. So once we hear back from her, then you and I will get some time scheduled together on a conference line and go ahead and bring another new person in. What do you think? Excited?
That sounds great.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure. So I will reach out to you and repeat it again, and we will make sure that she gets started. You can go ahead and write down in your spiral notebook her name, last name, address, shipping address. You should have all that in the
I have it
CRM.
written down.
Beautiful. Excellent.
Ann Clark and her husband.
Excellent.
All they've been
Excellent.
contacted, everything's set up. So just a matter
Excellent.
of contacting them the last time. Set them up.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Good. Give it up for Wayne, guys.
Good job,
Way
Wayne.
to go, Wayne. Keep it up.
Good job.
Yes. I got to do that. Will be. I listened to Chris, last night very closely.
Good. Excellent. It's all in repetition. That's where I think we all get off course and lose.
Yeah, you're right.
When we do it on a continuous basis, even if it's a smaller scale, it's just we're doing it every week, and then it just, we get it. And that's it's just repetition. We all know that as humans. The more we repeat something, the more consistent we are with it, the more it becomes a part of who we are, basically. So that's all. And that's how we learn. And that's the fun part, right?
Right. Yes. I'm ready to go ahead and learn and get bored.
Right. Good. Let me ask, is there any questions that Chris and I can answer for you guys real quickly here before we move forward?
Yeah, real quick, Jackie. I was talking to Chris. So that welcome email, I had it, and I was telling Chris I can't get it off my Microsoft Word.
What is it?
The welcome email, and then I can't get it. I had it. I don't know what happened to it. It's on Microsoft Word now, but I can't get it off. And plus, my Microsoft Word
Do you know where the original copy is located in the training?
I thought I did, but don't I have to open it up through Microsoft?
You do, but you can copy and paste it right there when you open
it. That's what I was trying to do, but it wouldn't let me. It just said paste options, and that was it. I couldn't do it.
Is that?
I can figure that out. I told him I'll talk to him offline, Jack.
Okay. I don't know
that'll...
about Microsoft. Okay. Well, thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Awesome. Okay. So let's move on here. No questions? No other questions, I should say. Okay. Chris has got something prepared for today, and I wanted to make sure that we move and shake. Couple announcements. The Zytos are ready for shipping. The Helping Hand Scanner, sorry. Helping Hand Scanner is ready, so your new person now can go ahead and purchase that directly through the company. So very, very excited about that. They're all ready to ship. They already actually have shipped from the past meeting, but now they're up. You can find them under Tools in your Vollara back office. Again, grab your pen and paper or your recording device for today. Take responsibility for your own business. Make sure you take the notes down, or you can record it, go back to the recording. That will be located in your Vollara back office, the Helping Hand Scanner, which of course helps scan the body for what's out of whack, and it makes some suggestions on how to put your body back in balance so you live a healthier, more abundant, full life. And so we have some great things in Vollara to help you do that. That scanner, we call the Helping Hand Scanner, is located in Vollara back office under the Tools section. Again, the Helping Hand Scanner is now located in your Vollara back office, and it is under the Tools section. Super excited about that, guys. So as we move on today, I'm going to ask, what story do you have to share today? Are you preparing yourself to share a story today? So you can collect a story, I should say, and share it tomorrow. Meaning, are you taking action to help someone today? I was talking to a young lady today on the phone, and the interesting thing was she was telling me all the things I wanted to hear. As I was interviewing her, she was telling me how she knows that business works from home. She says it's somebody who has to be tenacious and persistent. It is somebody that she used the words you have to be tenacious, persistent. There's going to be trial and error, but you have to keep moving forward, she said. You have to put time and investment into it, even though it might be a stretch. I'm up to debt in my earlobes right now, but how am I supposed to turn anything around if I don't have anything to work with? And I just like, oh my gosh. And Wayne, that's the young lady that is looking to do this in September here. And I was just like, remember the last time I've ever heard anybody speak like that, and it must be years. And so she gets it, and she gets it. She knows it can work. She's got to do, obviously, more in-depth studying on what we have to offer, but she gets that there has to be a payout of time and finances in order to make things turn around, right? And I was like, wow. So basically, no playing it safe, right, guys? If you play it safe, what happens when you play it safe? Maybe some of you played it safe like me prior to coming here. What happens when you play it safe, guys?
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. So if you're truly sick and tired of where you're at, your actions will predict how quickly you will accomplish that goal or get out of that situation. If you're not that sick and tired, you don't have that desire, you don't have that dream in your heart, the prediction will be, if you shake the black little ball that, remember what was it called? The magical ball, you'd shake it and it'd tell you stuff. It'll show you that you're not getting to where you need to go because in your desire of your heart, you're not applying yourself the way that it needs to be. It's the best way to put it. And guys, this is heavy on my heart all the time because I'm a goal setter. And so it's real easy if you call me or you email me or you text me, I'm going to come back with, what's your plan? What's your goal? Give me a call and let's talk about it. And some people won't call me. It just tells me, okay, they're still out to lunch for a little bit here, right? But hey, I'll keep saying, call me. We got to do some adjustments here, right? It's having that plan, like Chris, you said that last night. I mean, you got to know where you're going, right? And you have to want it. You have to want it more than where you're at. How many of you want it so badly you can taste it, you can see it? Whatever goal it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you're open to the kind criticism. You're open to taking the responsibility. You're open to getting a walk in the woodshed by your mentor saying, yeah, I need it. Give it to me because, man, my mentors do that to me. They don't put up with anything. And, of course, I've been around long enough to know that it's my fault, me, myself, and I. But that's okay. We're human. I'm human, too. I falter and I fall backwards, too. But we need that accountability, and I know we talked about that last night. So real quickly, today, anybody have a success story that's happened thus far this morning they'd like to share? A story.
I do. Go ahead, Bill.
Oh, thanks, Chris. Well, just a real quick one. I was telling you, I think I texted you yesterday, Jackie. I passed out some Keto Zone to a lady at work yesterday, and she's really interested in that. She's trying, she's on the keto diet like I am, and then she's some type of contest she entered to lose like 20 pounds in a month. So she's going to start that Keto Zone, the 2 samples. I told her I couldn't remember how you guys are supposed to use that though, because it says to mix the whole pack in a 16 ounce.
Depends on her tolerance of caffeine. She can start with a half and see how she feels, and then she can move it up to another. I can only take like a tablespoon of it for me because I have adrenal fatigue, and my adrenals kind of got beat up. So, but I take it every day. So for her, most people, 90% of people, Bill, can take a whole pack. But tell her to start with a half.
That's what I did.
Feel.
Yeah, half the pack.
Take another half, and then she's like, if you ask her, do you drink caffeine? And she says, oh yeah, 2 or 3 cups a day. She's fine. I wouldn't have her drink caffeine and that, to tell you the truth. I mean, have a cup of coffee and ketone zone first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. It's got to be on an empty stomach. At least 2 to 3 hours before eating is the best bet. If you take it after you've had sweets, it'll burn the sugar off quicker than being deposited into your fatty cells. That I know from many trips, from the VIP trips, that I'll see people that are on ketone zone, and I'm like, oh, what are you eating there, Brian? He's like, it's okay, I got ketone zone. So he'll eat, a roll and some pasta. We usually have a big dinner when we have these trips, And then he'll pop a ketone zone. And he says it'll burn the fat or the sugar right off. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Although I can't do that. So, Bill, that's just a little insight.
Okay. All righty. Thanks.
You know what? I used to drink 40 cups of coffee a day. And now that I drink, I don't drink that much anymore.
Oh, man.
For one thing, I don't take the amount of medication I used to take, but it doesn't affect my sleep. And I also drink ketone zone, of course, and doesn't affect me. Some people. And go ahead.
Ask people. It's a good way if they take any chocolate or caffeine and stuff. And again, it doesn't affect most people like it affects me. I'm oddball out, but you do want to start slow with anything. I highly recommend it with everything, even Canagel. Start slow and then build up. If you need another slip, put another slip in for pain or whatever. It's always a slow go, but that's a little FYI. Chris, you had a suggestion too, and I can't remember last week or the week before. You said give how many packets out of Ketone Zone? There was a certain test group. You made sure that these field testers qualified, but then you said you made sure that they tested how many packs, how many days worth?
You have to at least give them 2 packets, and I recommend the person take half a pack a day, so that'll give them 4 days, worth of Ketone Zone. And
Okay.
if you want to, you can squeeze in another packet. That'll give them 6 days. That should be more than enough, Bill, for them to really see the value, especially from an energetic, standpoint and some mental focus and clarity.
Yeah,
that's what a lot of people.
That's what I told her. Half a pack a day. I didn't tell her the empty stomach thing. No, I need to tell her that though.
Yeah,
no.
First thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Yeah, you have to make sure you tell them that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to double check with you on that too, because that's what I've done too with ketones. When I give out full packs, and I do it with every product, guys. I've learned I'm not just going to throw the money I've invested out to just any Tom, Larry, and Mary. So it helps when you do that in half a pack if they see results within those 6 days. It's same thing with Canagel, by the way. You want your person really to get the box. Okay, you can get 30 of them now for $44. The price has dropped if you're on auto delivery, and that will definitely get somebody seeing results within 10 days. It's really amazing. So keep that in mind with nutraceuticals. They take longer, but you're not trying to fix the problem with our air. You're not trying to fix the problem with our water. You're not trying to fix the problem with the consumables. They're field testing. Once they start to see a noticeable difference with the air within 24 hours, they'll start to notice something. It may not take the cat urine or all the smoke out of all their home, but they start to go, I noticed something. And that's the key. That's the validator point. So back to this, guys. Today I had promised you that I was going to help you guys assess your goals and your dreams. And I'm not going to take the whole call up because I'm going to give it back over to Chris here. But he kindly let me come in today, and I appreciate that very much. I know he's got a busy schedule. Yeah, he's trying to close up the month here himself. So, but once we've completed this test, okay, you definitely want to have a couple people who know you well to help you evaluate yourself. You want to find some people who know you, okay? If you have not already discussed your dreams, your goals, please do so. Please make sure that you do, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and ask these questions of yourself and of that person so we can see whether we score, 1 to 10 on these answers here, okay? And see how you achieve on your dream radar here. So here's the first one. You all got your pens and paper ready here? And it is on. If you just go to Jackie Anding, you can pull the recording up. And Chris, if you know how to, you can get into here and post things, right? Because you have all my information. Is that right, Chris? If you record to your, okay. But it'll all be posted today. But the first question is the ownership question, which we went over to kind of prime you last week. Is my dream really my dream? Is my goal really my goal? Some of you may say to me, Jackie, you know, $4,000 is all that I need. And of course, I would be good with that. That's what you want. That would get you to where you needed to go. We would stretch you on later on. I would stretch you out. But I'd say, okay, great. You know, somebody might say, you know, 2,000 is great for me. And somebody else would say, no way. I have to be making 7 to 10 grand a month. Okay? So don't compare your dreams to anybody else. I will tell you this without a shadow of a doubt, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think every single person who comes through our gate should at least be a silver. Absolutely. Because if they're looking to make any substantial income, silver is it. There's no question there, unless you just want to sell product, you trade hours for dollars, and you just want to sell product, and when the product's done, the money's gone. You know, we usually will help people with that and explain to them, you know, I just love selling. Okay, great. Can I give you an analogy? You know, you just keep dripping on them. So once the product's done being sold, what happens to the money? Well, it's gone, Chris. Okay. Would you like to have residual come in? I'm not telling you not to move product. Keep doing it, but would you like a couple other people, the mini Erics of the world, doing the same thing? And Eric sits there and goes, well, yeah. And you would make anywhere between 5 and 35% off what they do? And Eric goes, cha-ching. His mind gets one of those, wow, yeah, that would be pretty cool. Okay, and then he can use stories like, you know, my mom was passing, how I took all this time off and take December off and take August off for the summer and, you know, use stories like that. Go on vacation, you know, minimally 4 times a year. But that doesn't happen if I'm trading dollars for hours, right, Bill? That only happens if I invest time and effort into people. So the first question is, just to relate it to our business, is your dream really your dream? A, you know, would I be the person in the world most pleased if I accomplish my dream? This is a question you ask yourself. Would I be the person in the world most pleased if I accomplish my dream? Would I be the person in the world most pleased if I accomplish the dream? Write that down. I'll give you some time. There's 3 answers here. 3 questions I'm going to give you. Anybody need me to repeat that one? Everybody got that one written down?
Jackie, can you write that down on Skype? Because I'm out and about going to DMV with my son, so I'm on the road. So
okay, I'm going to encourage you to get free conferencing too, Candy, so you can just 3-way in on your phone and set your phone down, okay? Somebody wants to write that on Skype, that would be helpful.
Yeah,
okay?
and I'll do it later when I get back.
Beautiful, girl.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And by the way, Candy, if you just go to Jackie Anding, you go to youtube.com and search Jackie Anding, this recording will be the one up today. That way you can also get it, okay?
That'd be good too. All right, thank you.
Cool. You're welcome. Everybody else have that written down?
Repeat it one more time, Jackie.
Okay. So it's the ownership question. Is my dream really my dream is the question, okay? A would be, I would be the person in the world most pleased if I accomplished my dream. I would be the person in the world most pleased if I were to accomplish my dream or goal. Guys, this is a great thing to borrow what we're going to be going over the next couple weeks, and do this with your newbies. Find out who will do the assignment, make the appointment. Whoever does not do the assignment, does not put their goals out for you, you can't work with them, because you can't take somebody and show somebody how to go somewhere if they don't know where they're going, right? Okay? B, I have publicly shared my dream with other people, including those I love. B, I have publicly shared my dreams. Goals, guys. Dream is a goal. A dream without a goal is nothing but a dream, okay? So I'll keep clarifying that definition. I have publicly shared my dream with other people, my team, including those I love. I have publicly shared my dream with other people, including those I love. Anybody else need me to repeat it? Everybody have that written down, yes or no?
Yeah.
Not quite yet.
Yes.
Eric, do you have that written? Okay, good.
Yes.
All right.
I
The
have,
next question. Thank you, Wayne. Again, the opening question to this ABC deal is, the ownership question, is my dream really my dream? C is, my dream has been challenged by others, and I still embrace it. My dream has been challenged by others, and I still, no matter what, embrace it. So basically, you're going to ask yourself these things, and you're going to say to yourself, you're going to ask yourself, and you can ask others too that are in your sphere of influence, because you can't see yourself when you're inside the frame. You're going to ask them to give you an overall score. You know, 1, not a chance, all the way to a 10, absolutely certain for how likely you are to achieve your dream. People that know you and love you the best will say, yeah, no, you always give up. No, you always give excuses if you want me to tell you the truth, bro. Yeah, you never have urgency on anything. That's why your dream that you set up, you know, long time since, you know, you were 10 and you're 50 now, you haven't accomplished it. Not to dog you or anything. You asked me, and then you go, oh man, that is me, isn't it? Whoa, crap. No wonder why I haven't done it, right? So you're gonna. This is a telling assignment for you. It's not to make you feel bad. It's because you're saying, yeah, I want to do this assignment, Jackie, and I want people to tell me, because I'm done. I'm you know, somebody might say you're lazy, or somebody might whatever. Again, make sure it's somebody who supports you, somebody who says you can, somebody who's there for you, doesn't give up on you, who's proud of you. Don't go ask one of your buddies that thinks you're stupid for doing anything, right? You're going to walk away, you know, not taking responsibility. You'll just be like, oh, okay? So, is my dream really my dream? I would be the person in the world most pleased if I accomplished my dream, A. B, I have publicly shared my dream with other people, including those I love. That's B. And C, my dream has been challenged by others, but I still embrace it. It's going to be very, very telling, guys, if you look at this and you do this assignment, because I'm not here to blow bubbles up your butt. I'm here to make you start thinking. And those that want to start thinking will start thinking. Those that want to start dreaming will start dreaming. Those that want to get out of where they're at will. I'm not worried about everybody on the call. I'm worried about, I'm not, what's the word I want? This message will attach itself to those that are ready to get out and make it happen. And we'll keep dripping, because this assignment will come up again and again and again. I think it's a beautiful thing. So, anybody have any comments about that? You know, are you the person that publicly shares your dream? Are you the person that would be the most pleased if you accomplish a dream? Are you the person where you've run across where my dream has been challenged by others, but I still embrace it? Or are you all three? See, you can ask those questions to people and say, what do you think, sis? What do you think, bro? And they'll say, yeah, you never share anything. You're too scared. You're a scaredy cat, you know. And then you go, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I can do anything I put my heart to, right? If you're able to mark every statement as true, the ABCs, then the odds are very good that you will see your dream come to fruition. So the A question true, the B question true, and the C question true. If you mark as false one or more of the questions, then you need to examine whether you're being honest with yourself about where you stand and related to the particular questions that we'll be going over. Spend some time, guys, reflecting on it. Do this exercise, okay? You should also be able to talk to 3 people who will evaluate the questions related to you. Did these answers match yours? If not, ask for their observation. Really, Mom? You don't think blah, 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 blah about each of these? And she'll tell you. Or your wife. Or your best friend. Did their answers match yours? If not, ask for their observation. Also, take a look at their overall score for you. They'll score you too. And if they give you a 10 or less, what would it take for me to make the 10 list? Ask yourself. Listen, take notes. Ask clarifying questions. Well, why do you say I'm lazy? Why do you say I'm an excuse maker? But do not defend yourself. This is where you're all open. And as you receive their answers, look for patterns, guys. And remember, there's a great Rosenbaum, I can't remember his last name. He says, if one tells you you're a horse, they're crazy. If 3 people tell you you're a horse, there's a conspiracy afoot. If 10 people tell you you're a horse, it's time to buy a saddle. Now, that's being nice because really, I'm saying horse, but if one person calls you a jackass, they're crazy. If 3 people call you, the donkey. So this is to help you say, Jackie, Chris, whoever your senior partner is, Wayne, I have dreams and I have goals, and I can't believe how far off I was. And you'd be amazed by the people who are outside of your frame, because we can't see ourselves when we're in the frame, all these things that we thought, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. Wow. I never set my mind to doing anything. I always quit. I never sacrifice. I never put the time in. I'm so tight with my nickels that I'd never, invest into a business. There's all kinds of things that you'll find out and go, wow. So I want to ask you, because, these assignments I come up with as a leader, hoping that it'll touch someone's clay that will take this and touch someone else's clay with it. And all of a sudden we got all these dream makers out there. That's my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to have 50 silvers on our team within the next 24 months because it's part of the dream. Part of a dream. You won't be at silver if you don't have product. Right, Chris? If you don't have technology, you're going to have a real difficult time getting to silver. I mean, unless you want to get to silver in 2 years, right? Who wants to do that? Anybody? Honestly. Remember, it's your dream. You want to take 2 years to get to silver? Great. So has this helped you at all, guys?
Yes, Jackie, thank you.
Yes, it does help.
Okay.
Because if I don't ask myself those questions each day, then I am really amiss. I've got to ask those questions to myself each day.
It's interesting, Wayne. There's 10 questions I'm going to give you. But just to noodle over yourself and true or false put next to those questions, the ownership question, is my dream really my dream? And then to ask, well, would I be the person in the world most pleased if I accomplished my dream, true or false? B, I have publicly shared my dream with other people, including those I love. And C, true or false? My dream has been challenged by others and I still embrace it. Guys, I am telling you, in this business, I am telling you, this isn't hocus pocus. The person who gets on, like Teresa, I'll take Teresa. Teresa said when she came in the business, she had these hopes to make a difference and add value to people. She was going to do it. She also stated she was going to get a technology pack. She also stated she was going to get to the Nashville event. She didn't know how, but she was going to register first before knowing how she was going to have the funds and where she was going to stay. She paid the money for the registration. She got herself a pack. So she stated it to all of us on the call. Do you guys remember that?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yep.
The reason we don't share our plan, not just with me, publicly on the team, is because we don't want to be held accountable. Trust me. Accountability to me is like a knife going in my rib cage. It's yucky, but it's also joyful. It's also very rewarding. So when you have dreams and goals, share them here. Share what you're going to do. And I guarantee somebody on the call, as we get better, we'll get better at this. If Wayne says he was going to go do something, somebody on the call is going to hear it, and the next day they're going to start, maybe they're going to be the head leader of this. They're going to start saying, so Wayne, you said yesterday, you were going to do this. Did you do it? And Wayne's going to go, oh, ouch. Or, yeah, I did. I did more. I did less. And I don't know who these people will be. I know I'll be one of them. But that's how this team is going to continue to grow. And other newbies are going to go, well, they're going to see not just in business, but then they're going to see the way they eat change, the diet that they're on change. You know, maybe it's my mom, I didn't know this, but when she worked, she was a dispatcher for paramedic, fire, police. I did know that, but she was holding all of those people in that office and all the drivers accountable. If you know anything about fire people, don't take this wrong, or paramedics, they're even nurses, their personalities, they can be just, they'll jump in a car with somebody's head halfway cut off and not even think about it, right? And don't take this personally, but for them to get through it, they have light humor. Okay? They have light humor about things. And so, anyhow, my mom, for accountability at the office, had a swear jar. And she would donate the money. But it was accountability. Being around my mom, and don't get me wrong, my mom did use the SHIT, and we had to put some coins in some jars for her. Okay, she was not a saint, but being around my mom, that whole office cleaned up their mouth. And Joe Busto, he reached out to me on Messenger, said, your mother. He was a paramedic, fire, and police officer, and he lives in Washington State now. But he says, your mother helped me clean my mouth up. Just being around her, I was a better person. So isn't that the same here? I love sharing those stories, guys, because whether they're your parent or they're your best friend or your clergy member or whatever it is, when we're like that, we're sharing our goals and our dreams. Do you think, Chris, that you're going to share your dreams and your goals with your kids? Do you think your kids are going to watch what Dad does? Do you think your kids are going to be better because of it? Yes.
Oh yeah.
They see Dad quit smoking or Dad quit drinking. I mean, this is all accountability. We all need that. But if we don't state what those dreams and goals are, we really probably just have a under the pillowcase dream. And we lift it up every now and again and we peer at it and we put it down because we don't want anybody to know. Because, oh my gosh, if I don't hit my mark, I'll be a loser. No, you won't hit your mark if you're not held accountable. You won't hit your mark if you don't say what you're going to do. All of you know I'm going for presidential. I need 4 people at the gold level. 4 new golds is what I need. Okay? And so by 2022 is my goal date. Because to break a gold, golds don't just hang on trees. Golds are the executive bunch that we know for a fact, and if you don't know this, they're not around every corner. Gold executives are few. Okay, most people will lay their head at silver executive. You might be saying, not me. Good, I hope you are. All right? But that's where I'm going, and I've got to help others on their journey and their path like we do every week. Every day we're committed to a call on our team call. Matter of fact, I think we were told that our team has the most calls out of anybody in our company. Are you guys proud of that, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for somebody to say yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's adding value. So I'm going to shut up. I'm not going to go into all the rest of them. We'll take another one tomorrow, maybe another two. But don't be afraid publicly to share your dream. And if somebody's already squashed you or smothered you and you had a dream and other people challenged you, and there's two ways you could look at it. Somebody might say to me, well, Jackie, I took the challenge as, hey, Chris, you said you were going to hit, 5,000 points this month, Chris. Anybody could say this to Chris. Where you at? Chris is going to go, oh, crap. Or, hey, I'm at 6,000. Challenge him in a way to where they're saying, you could do better, Chris. You got this, man. You're good, man. You got what it takes. It's okay. Look how far you came, Chris. Man, you got 4,000 on the board? Wow, that's awesome. Remember last month, Chris, you had 2,000 on the board? 1,000 on the board? Look how far you've come. That's so awesome. But Chris goes, come on, man, dude. Got to do it. Got to hit it, man. You got 3 days left, And Chris is like, oh, man, Wayne, But then Chris will dish it right back to Wayne. Well, Wayne, what's your goal? Oops. It's fun. It's fun. We're not in competition here. But how many of you honestly feel that we need accountability? You need accountability. You do, personally. And if you don't say anything. Do you feel you need accountability?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every day.
Every day, Eric, right. And so when we give people proper expectation and we say, hey, man, let's put those nickels together, we got to get that pack so you can start popping, and helping 4 people all at once during the week while you got your 60-hour work week. But it's going to be tough, Chris. Hey, but what's tougher? Working 60 hours in a dead-end job you hate, or getting the money together and breaking free? I never thought about it like that, Chris. Good going, Chris. Okay, you're right. You got me on that one, right? And now Chris holds, I'll just use Eric accountable. Chris holds, is it Brenner? Is that right?
Braden.
God, Braden. I got to see it written out. Braden, accountable. Or Ian. What is his name? I'm saying his name wrong too, aren't I?
Ian,
right? Because Chris is here because he loves people. Chris is here because he wants to challenge people to be all that they can be, right? So share those dreams, guys. And you might say that the other part of the challenge, is so I can break down C, is that other people are challenging you and you're starting to lose your hope. You're starting to lose your dream because they're raining on your parade. Okay, meaning I'm not going to let Joe tell me I'm a loser, or my brother tell me, what the heck, you just left real estate to do that business? What's wrong with you? My brother did that to me. And I still embraced the dream, and I'm glad I did, because I was able to take care of his mother for 15 years. Aha! Ha 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 ha! Right?
I think my biggest problem, Jackie's in my own head. Like I told you the other day on text, I was going to go to 2 car dealerships. And he's like, well, why not 7? Well, yeah, that's a good idea. I don't care what people say about me, really, because I've been through so much stuff and I did so many things, failed so many times. It doesn't stop me. Myself stops me.
Yep.
That's the biggest thing. My problem is myself.
Yep. You're right. And one thing I can offer, Bill, and I appreciate that, is one of the things, and I think we all get stopped by ourselves, right? It's not somebody else or some other thing. Really, it's us, right? Us. That's the major component that is throwing us for a dizzy. But one of the things I can offer you, just in my personal experience, number one is, I give it up to God. I say, Jesus, I trust in you, and I look at the action that I need to take, And I kind of assess it in my head saying, okay, well, if I do X amount and I do it consistently enough, I'm going to get the reward. So John Bender would tell you he's not an emotional reactor, meaning he is a bull. So no matter, he will tell you he doesn't need certain things. He needs God. He knows that. He doesn't need someone else to help him become successful, meaning not the courses, not the team. He's not saying that, but that he doesn't get emotionally drawn into his own thinking. If he's upset or ticked off, he still does it anyhow. And I've learned that trait too, Bill. But the only way to get there is personal growth. The only way to conquer self is doing, maybe you need to do possibly more personal growth throughout the day. You pick up a book, read, you're at lunch, you read, a couple pages. And first thing in the morning to work, you're listening to something. Driving home from work, you're listening to something else. Before you put your head on the bed, you're going over all your dreams and goals and your action plan, and you read a piece of personal growth. Or I love Joel Osteen, guys. If you haven't listened to him, the guy's amazing. But John Maxwell, all these things help me get out of my own way, because you're right, Bill, it's the programming. And we have to go back. We can't just erase it off a piece of paper. We literally have to clear the hard drive of our thinking. And that is done through personal growth. There's all kinds of books out there that I can tell you saved my life, that have helped me realize the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's more of a psychology book. It's really in-depth by Stephen Covey. It helps. And we do even when we don't want to do. But we don't do that just by saying what Jackie's saying today. We also have to come to these calls and hear me or one of you members of the team share something, or Chris's wisdom. But then we need to back it up with things throughout the day. And so, Bill, accountability is also the other part. You say what you're going to do, then you need somebody to say, Bill, did you do it? And after a while, I'll just use me, Greg Montoya, Scott Frenzel, we would send in what we were going to do, and then Monday morning we would say what we were going to do, and then we would meet, in the evening for a short time, and we'd be called out in a nice way. Somebody would hear me continuously say, well, I'm getting in my own way, I'm getting in my own way, I'm getting in my own way, I'm getting in my own way. You know me, I'm getting in my own way. I'm getting in my own way, getting in my own way, week after week after week. How many of you would call me out eventually?
I would.
If you cared about it.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
would.
All right. There you go. You would.
I'd also say you got to be careful what you put into the atmosphere too.
Okay.
Amen.
Mhm.
Amen. The universe, because what you put out, you get in return. Yep. And so basically, that's when I was called out. Jackie, we've heard this before, heard the excuses. You know you're getting in your own way. You know it. So what are you doing about it? And then I would get suggestions, but then they'd be like, go. You need personal growth 3 or 4 times a day. I want you to drive to and from work. This is when I was working, and I want you to listen to something. Matter of fact, guys, in my car, I have 2 cars, but in my one car, I have XM radio, and I love jazz. I love classical music. I love country, right? I love old R&B. But most of the time when I'm in the car, Bill, I'm listening to Joel Osteen. I'm listening to a podcast on story branding by Donald Miller. I'm listening to something that's helped me grow. And my niece will get in the car and I'll have Joel Osteen on, although she's got a strong faith. And I'm sitting here listening to her go, that makes sense. And then I get my other nieces and nephews in the car and they're like, you're not going to listen to music, are you? And I'll say, well, just let me listen to 30 minutes of this and then we'll turn on and we'll jam out, Or, and the other thing is I pray the rosary a lot at my Catholic faith. We pray the rosary. My nieces or nephews are going to go, we're going to play the rosary, aren't we, Aunt Jackie? I'm like, yeah, Grandma taught us well. Keep doing it, and then we get to have fun. But it's all in perspective, and it helps you. Bill, a lot lately, I'm just like, for me and my faith is Jesus, I trust you. I'm saying it like I probably a billion times a day right now because there's a lot of things happening with, the loss and the grief of somebody. But getting here, helping people, studying assignments, Bill, like you could find an assignment, Bill, in any of your personal growth, and you could call me or text me and say, hey, Jackie, you've done this already before, Bill. You've given quotes.
Yeah.
You could do that. See, that's why I'm taking Chris's leadership and I'm putting him in it because it forces him to come up with a message. It forces him to share. It's kind of like I say, if you're part of a team, bring stories every day, which means you're taking action every day. Kind of remove yourself and say, well, Bill might say, I'd like to really add value to this team. I love this call. But I'd like to share some words of wisdom to add value. So then Bill becomes more intentional with placing product. And now he's coming back here. He's not really thinking about the money. Maybe you are too, Bill. It's okay. But he's like, I want to be a big wig. I really want to be a big influencer. So I'm going to come to this call and I'm going to share. And so sometimes we just need a goal that's outside of ourselves. We need some purpose outside of ourselves in order to go get that pack and invest that $1,500 or $2,000. We need to think about all the people we can help with the Helping Hand Scanner. And that will then get you to your goal. So it's never usually you first. So, Bill, I don't know if anything I said helps, but you can get on this call daily. You can text me, and I can tell the team, Bill said he was doing this week. And, you're on, and I'll say, hey, Bill's on, guys. So I don't want to get to the point where I'm asking you to, but Eric might go, hey, Bill, Jackie said on Monday, blah, blah, blah. So are you going to give us a blah, 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 Bill, or what are you doing, And Bill's going to laugh and chuckle like he does, and he'll say, hey, I got in my own head. And we'll say, Bill, we got to pull you out of there. So what are you doing, Bill? What personal growth are you doing? We might go around the room first, and it really all points back, Eric, to putting positive in. Because what you put out, you receive. What you put out, if you don't go plant that garden, you don't go plant, the harvest because you sell corn to the major U.S. distributor. If you don't go out and turn the ground over, you don't go out and plant the seed, you don't pull the weeds, again, I'm not a chemical person, but, you don't water it. In return, what are you going to receive from that harvest? A big fat what? But I'm getting in my own way. I'm lazy. It's hot out. I don't want to go work in the field. I got to go buy and spend all this money for all this seed. I don't know. I just want to hoard it all. But it doesn't produce anymore. It doesn't reproduce. Right? It's the same thing here. So personal growth is, I don't want to pick that book up. Pick the book up. I don't listen to that podcast. Trust me, just listen to 5 minutes of it. Just start there. Right? But it all pays forward, guys. See, you need somebody to tell you you're amazing. You're outstanding. You have what it takes. It doesn't matter of your shoe size or the background or the educational level that you have, the color of your eyes, whether you have hair or you don't have hair, whether you've been in retail all your life, or whether you've been shoveling poop on Mackinac Island. Mackinac Island is a place I go to, guys, and there's pooper scoopers, we call them. It doesn't matter who you are. You can be anything you want to be, but you have to have the dream. And it has to be your dream. And you publicly have to share it. And with your kids, with your spouse, with your team, tell your priest, tell your clergy member, tell your minister, I don't care, your deacon, tell your neighbor. Although be careful, because like Bill said, he's got a good armor shield on. He doesn't care what people think of his dreams. He'll tell them to, kiss it where the sun doesn't shine, as Brian Ellsworth always says. Kiss it, So, Bill, I don't know. if anything I said that was long-winded, did that help you at
Yeah,
all?
Jackie. Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I talked to Chris about a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks, about personal growth. I could write a book on personal growth. That's all I do is
Good, do it.
personal growth. You know what I mean? My problem is the implementing part of getting out, just to get out there and just to do it. You know,
Yeah.
I study this all the time. Like what was the name? Don Miller, the branding. I read all
Yep.
those, watched
Keep
all those
studying it.
podcasts you sent me, all that stuff.
Yep.
I just
Keep
need to
doing
get
it.
out there and do it.
Okay, so Bill, do you want to be held accountable?
Yeah, I need to, I guess.
Okay. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to text me your activity for the rest of this week. And then you can share it with the team. You can get on when you're on and said, I sent this to my senior partner, or you don't even have, you can just state it. When you state what you're going to do, trust me, Chris is going to, Wayne is going to, watch out for Wayne. He's a sly one. Going to ask you, and they're going to say, hey, and if there's anything of value that you want to wager with me, I've done this before in the past. Bats, watches. It was a CD collection that I can't remember how much it was worth, but literally, people have said, I will give you my $200 softball bat if I don't accomplish this. So I'll give you $100. I got away from it. We probably should start doing it again. But it's got to be something that is really of value. You can do that. You don't have to do it. There's all kinds of ways to stay in the game. The biggest one is you all and me. The dream and goal we have has to be something real and something we really, really want to accomplish. I mean, we want to accomplish it so much that we'll go borrow the money to get the pack. We'll find a way. We'll do it. We'll make it happen. Or reload on product. We may need more product. We may say, 4 is not enough. I need 8. That was me back in the day. And I cried, and, of course, I got more product. And, twice in my life I cried when I was in this business at the very beginning.
How long did you retail, Jackie? For I remember when you first.
I retailed for a good couple years. Probably my first 3 years, I really retailed. Maybe even a little longer. It wasn't as heavy as it was in the first year, but I definitely kept getting product and ordering, because if I was doing it, I know that other people would do it too. So I was reordering product, and it helped me put more points on the board for my qualifications, Bill. I looked at it that way. I kind of looked at it backwards. I'm like, well, if I move these products, even if I give people deals, I'm constantly putting an extra 1,000 to 2,000 myself. I can control those points. Every month I knew I could have those points on the board. Do you follow me, Bill?
Yeah.
So I knew that if I needed 5,000 qualification for my 35% payout, I knew I could depend on me for 2,000 every month. And it's a great strategy. And then as my team grew, the points grew. Didn't have to do that as much, although I do order product, guys. I order 3 units of water every single year. I order probably, I have to look. I think I'm up to 3 packs already this year. So by the end of the year, I'll probably have a total of 4. Just because I do move product, not as like I did at the very beginning, because I'm more residual based, and I love teaching and training and opportunity side. But Bill and everyone else, it's a really good way to shore in your points, because I know, Chris, 2,000 points from me, can do it. I'll move it. I'll make it happen, right? I knew that. Zyto's the same thing, Bill. When you get really good at Zyto and you figure out and you do it enough, you'll see through your numbers, God, if I do 5 Zytos, I get a product move. 15 Zytos, someone joins and gets a pack. So Bill's goal would always be 15 helping hand scanners a month to get 1 pack. It doesn't take long to do a scan, 5 to 7 minutes, and he can do that very spare time, and then he places product on the side, and he gets really good at it, right? And he has this referral base now because he's done it properly. That's how I did it, Bill. Matter of fact, I have people calling me. It's just, they just call me. They remember me. I send out a spring and a winter newsletter email to people, and I'll send out a catalog. I can't remember if last year we went digital on the catalogs, but I send out for Christmas, and just hello, how you doing, Merry Christmas, and I'll type up a nice letter in there, and a little extra time and a little extra love of communicating, and people call me. But Bill, if we don't take the intentionality now, I was told do it now, and trust me, look at what your organization, look what your auto delivery is going to look like 10 years from now, 5 years from now, they would say.
Yeah.
And then I would get fixated on the long term. And then the short term didn't seem so grueling, right? Because it's a grind. I'm not saying it's not a grind. The proper expectation is you're going to make mistakes. You're going to have to give up things, money, time, family time to get out of where you're at, to add value to others. And then the value comes back and it blesses you. And I tell people when I interview them now, too, you got to have time. You got time? You got to have time. Are you sure you got time? Positive. Okay, good. Next question. You have, the want to, you're going to have to call customers across North America, and you're going to have to talk to people. Are you willing to do that? Yes, I am. Okay. I want yeses. No, all this relates to accountability. All of it relates to setting people up before they even come through the door, Wayne. Asking the right questions during the pre-interview. Asking the question again when they come in the business. And asking the question why they're continuously in the business. So I'm going to shut up because you all came here with a goal. Maybe you don't remember it. Maybe you got lost somewhere. Maybe it's under a bushel basket. But you all did come here with a dream and a goal. And I have news for you. And I don't know all of you, all your goals personally. Every single one of you that have a dream and goal, or dreams and goals, all can happen here. And you can set yourself up for freedom, flexibility, and better health. You can set yourself up to take a month off. Have 4 or 5 vacations a year. How do you know that, Jackie? Because I've seen it, and I've lived it, and I've seen it over 100,000 times. People from all walks of life do it. You can do it too. It's just the decision now. Okay, I got to put the time in. Oh, okay, I'm going to have to put this on a credit card. Oh, I'm going to have to get a loan. Yeah. I don't know any successful person that didn't put time, money, or finances in. I don't know one. If you do, please let me know. But it started with a dream and a goal. Make the dream your own. State it. Be held accountable. You got it. You all got it. You all have it. It's right there. It's in you. God gave it to you when you were born. You're like, wow. He gave it to you when you were just the size of a pea in your mother's womb. You just need people to tell you, you can, you will, you're great, you're awesome. Then you also need the other side of the person to tell you, well, you asked me these questions, Jackie. You've been lazy, Jackie. You were undisciplined, Jackie. You quit before you even started, Jackie. I mean, that's not, you guys understand, you're good with somebody telling you the reality of who you are. Are you not? Are you good with that? Honestly? Can you handle that criticism from somebody? Yes?
Yes,
No?
sure.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
In a loving way, I hope these people do that for you. But you need to be told, we all, not you, excuse me. We need that. I haven't met anybody who's been perfect. I only know of one man, and that was Jesus in my eyes. I don't know. He still got angry, But, guys, we have the ability here. We just got to get off our butts, right, Bill? And
Yep.
There's a lot of things I've said on my butt, too. And a lot of work that I'm a work in progress just like you folks. I've just time and some experience for me. A lot of you have experience in business, you know. I just love what Bill said. He said, I'm not worried about what anybody else thinks of me. Great, because that's a big one to overcome for a lot of people. You just got to just let it go. That's like a John Bender deal. I don't care what they think. I'm going to say it, and I don't care what people think. And trust me, I've learned that too. Tell people like it is in a nice way.
Yep.
Because So many people have the wool pulled over their eyes, and they think they're doing them a favor by not hurting their feelings, or not intentionally. Don't be the meanie bully, but tell people, sorry, man. Like I've been told here in the business. Jackie, we've heard those same excuses. Man, you got this, girl. What's going on? I mean, well, it's fear. Okay, well, you got fear. People have fear. Just step out in it anyhow. Just do it. Close your eyes, hold your nose, and jump in the deep end. And that's what I did. And I've had to do that, Bill. I will have to do that, I hope, 1,000,000 times more until I die at the ripe old age of 90-some is my goal. I just said 90, but I say 90-some if God wants to give me a few extra years with all my faculties. Guys, life is a adventure. Enjoy it. Enjoy your journey towards these dreams and these goals. You don't have to do it by yourself. You have us if you think you don't have anybody. Oh, you don't know my family. Love them, pray for them. And when you drive up in that car paid for the company, you go on that trip to Disney, your family is going to go, what are you doing? Trust me, I've been there with that experience too. Now they want to know. Now they're interested in your product. It's kind of like you got to do it first, right? Right?
Yeah.
And you all have that ability. So, Chris, I think I went way over today. I apologize.
No, everything happened for a reason. That's why I told you to take your time. And, that was a message that all of us need to hear today, to include myself. Can't play it safe, and I do have to echo just a couple things that Jackie mentioned about personal growth, man. I have to be honest with you guys. I took personal growth for granted when I first started the business. I would say and Jackie probably can agree. She can see my trend, and because the numbers don't lie. But from maybe April to July of 2018, I didn't do any reading, man. I barely, rehearsed the scripts, and I was pretty much a cheerleader, and you heard me mention this before. And then, I just had this profound thought. I was like, hey, I need to get my butt in the game. Like, what am I doing wrong? Why I'm not making momentum, and why I'm not seeing any progress in my back office or in my business. And Jackie, took that wet noodle and popped me a couple times. And I was like, oh man, that's what it means. She was like, hey, you got to do personal growth, Chris. You have to learn something, new, each day. And she's not the first person to mention that, but for her to mention that, God always placed people in our lives to tell us what we really need to hear if you're willing to listen. And that's real critical. And, so take, if you committed to reading Bible verses in the morning, just switch places with it a little bit. Put your personal growth in front of the Bible scriptures, y'all, swap times out a little bit and see what happens. Do that for 90 days. Like if you want to read the Bible, towards the afternoon, do that. But if you can do personal growth first thing in the day, like as soon as you get up, over the next 90 days, come back and talk to me and tell me that I was wrong. So that's one of my challenges to you. If you can commit to yourself, this is not to me or Jackie. All we are, we're guys. We're guiding you in the right direction. We that way shower, so to speak. So if you can put personal growth first thing in your day, Bill, for you, if you're not an avid reader, do 3 pages, but find something like that John C. Maxwell book we're reading right now.
I read a lot.
Yeah. So read 3 to 5 pages a day every day, but you have to schedule it. And a lot of people on this call, they're winging it and they don't have nothing scheduled, and you can call them on pretty much any given day, and their schedule is pretty much wide open. Your whole schedule should be filled with something. So you need to be intentional with your life. unless you want to fall under somebody else's, dream, and then they don't have much, in return for you. So don't fall into that trap. So be intentional with your life, be intentional with your personal growth, and be intentional with your dream. Be intentional with your dream. That's all I wanted to share, Jackie. I mean, you gave us a lot of great information today, and that's what we really need to hear today. Thank you, Jackie.
No, I appreciate your transparency, Chris. Let's give it up for Chris, guys. I think that's
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah.
Chris.
it's not, it's not just he states what he did wrong, but he states how he turned the ship around. And that's the most important thing, is be tenacious and persistence. And I think that's really the key here. And schedule. Everything should be scheduled. It really does help you be on purpose. When you want to be on purpose, one of my mentors used to say, "You want to be on purpose?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he would say, "Then be on purpose." I'm like, "What?" Be on purpose then. If you want to be on purpose, be on purpose. Meaning do things that are purposeful towards your journey, their value ramp, the goal of helping people, your technology, your parents, the love. Be on purpose. Go out of your way. And, I would add to your dream and your goal. And it's tiring. You're tired after work. You're tired, the kids. You're tired because you haven't had a vacation that, you gave up. You're tired because you're living paycheck to paycheck. You're tired because your health is failing, because you're stressed. There's a cause and effect to everything, guys, that we do. And when I talk to you, or Chris talks to you, or we're talking, we hear ourselves. Well, we're not any better than anybody else. We're just striving to be the best, though. We here on our team, we're saying we are the best of the best. I am the best of the best. I'm going to give my best. I'll do that personal growth if it kills me. It won't kill you. It'll only make you better and stronger. I'll go and listen to that church sermon. I'm tired, though. I'd rather stay in bed than go out to the physical environment for it. Guys, we have so much to give. You have so much to give. Maybe you don't know it, but you do. And this vehicle here can help you do it with what we have, but it'll be all right. I'm going to jump in. I'm scared. All part of the process, all normal, right? There's not one human being that isn't scared or doesn't have fear, but they just say, yeah, it's a little scary, but, I climbed Mount Everest. I did it. I could have died, There's nobody that's not scared, but it's those that let that fear take their dreams down. Tell them that they're not worthy of it. Tell them they're not good enough. Tell them that you can't have that. You can't have that business. You can't have that car. You can't have that savings. You can't help that many people. You'll never be a good speaker. My goodness, I don't know about you, but I do it too. And then I say, hey, you know what? Jesus, I trust in you. I can do anything I want. My mother always said, you could do anything you want. You can be the President of the United States, my mom used to say. First women president. I'm like, I'm glad I never did that. All the politics that we're in now. But you know what? I'm proud of each and every one of you. You know what you want. You know, we all know. You know deep down what you're supposed to be doing. Don't you? You really do. And so we just have to bring it to life again and come here and say, I want to be held accountable. I'm going to state my dreams and my goals, Jackie. I'm going to get on. I'm going to tell my action plan. I'm going to say what I'm doing. I'm not going to talk about the weather, although I like to talk about the weather because I do too, because I like to find out in everybody's neck of the woods. But I'm going to say, hey, I'm going for silver. Or I'm going to hit this amount. I'm going to get my bonus car. I'm going on that trip to, Colorado, because all those things are just setups. All those things are just experiences to help you build a large organization. How many of you would like a residual income here? Say aye. Residual money. Okay. So everything I just stated then, for you guys, that group, then you want to hit the trip. You want to hit your silver status. You want to, for those that want to go to gold status, you got to be a gold in order to get a car bonus. Then it's self-explanatory, and you'll lead by example. And you want your name on the top 10 list. You can go there and you can see the people that are in the top 10. Okay, it's a good rule of thumb to see that people are making things happen, and other people will follow your lead. But you got to have dreams and goals first. None of this matters what anything Chris or I talked about, or whatever we ever do talk about, or any of the training you get on with Bender, or you go to any of the events. None of this will matter unless you have a burning desire, a goal in your pit of your gut. You have a burning desire of a dream. And that's why people always wonder, why do we do so much personal growth? Because it's not hard to do indirect approach. Now, okay, yes, I thought it was hard, but after I did it, it really wasn't the approach. It was the fear. It was the rejection. It was the laziness. It was the undiscipline. And I had a goal to get out of my job, and that's why I did in my first year. But then thereafter, I was like, I'm out of my job, but then, oh, Jackie, well, you still have to build here, girl. Your foundation has crumbled a couple times. You got to build. Otherwise, you're going back to the job. But I got lazy my second and third year in business. So none of it matters unless you find somebody, Wayne, when you're pre-interviewing, that really wants out. And you'll work with those that really want out, and the others are on the bench until they're ready to step up and say, me now. And guys, trust me, it took me about 7 years before I actually went on a company trip, because it wasn't a goal and dream of mine. Matter of fact, it was a fear. I had the fear of leaving the country. So I didn't earn the trips. Well, guess what? Nobody in my organization earned any of the trips either. Isn't that funny? Think about it. Nobody else did either. Yeah. And then I made a decision, and to put my fear on the shelf, Wayne. I mean, no big deal, right? It's just a trip. Although I thought it would be cool to have someone else pay for my trips. Cool, scared. Didn't really care for flying either. And now I don't care. Now it's like, I can do this. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. And I've had other people in my organization earn trips now. Okay? But again, you got to make it your own, make it the dream, your dream. Y'all just told me one thing. Y'all need to get to silver, okay? And hold silver status and earn that $3,000 every month so you can get the money and the residual and the team built. Don't do as I say, but do as I do is a key. I think you probably heard that phraseology from a lot of people. Go back to your dreams and goals. That is really where it starts. That's the seed for all of you and all of me and anybody else that hasn't been here yet. That's the seed. Then from there we'll build on it and we'll dig it and we'll nurture it. Nurturing is personal growth. We got to keep nurturing, Bill. Keep nurturing and nurturing more, Bill. Building it up, Bill, and nurturing it, nurturing our brains, fertilizing our brains, keeping it nice and clear and lubricated with lots of water and splashing good stuff and positive stuff and good stuff from the universe. And we got to keep doing it. And we'll keep doing it. And you guys will hit every dream and goal you've ever put your heart to. And isn't it fun to know that we're on this journey together?
Yes.
Isn't it fun?
Oh, yeah.
This is the dream team, baby. This is the dream team.
Yeah.
So
We envision and we obtain. So, guys, that's my story. My dad has. I got to give a call here. He's having some issues today, and I just pray he doesn't have a. Hey, Chris, your feller did it. Chris.
Oh, Braden's on the board?
He's on the board, baby. I just got the text message, man.
All right, that's what's up.
Braden. See, now that I see his name, Braden, Brayden, Braden. Okay. You tell Braden, we got to meet this fella.
Okay.
Good job, Chris, in your leadership, man. I mean, guys, this doesn't happen accidentally. Chris, gotta let me praise you, man. It was Chris, and I'm going to say his name wrong, Ian, because I think Ian, right? Got it now, right?
Correct.
Ian. So Chris's leadership example to Ian to Braden. That's awesome. That is awesome. Now Ian has got one of his 3. Now he's got
Right.
1,000 points on the board. And please do yourself a favor, Chris. Let me give you some advice. It
Okay.
is not too late for Ian. It is not too late for him still to hit 3,000 points this month, okay? Please, guys. But Jackie, tomorrow's the end of the month. No, he's got till Friday. I have seen way, way more points when a person has the seed, the goal, and the dream to accomplish something, make it happen. So just share that with him for me, okay?
Okay.
From you.
I want to lift up Eric real quick too. He's moving forward with his helping hand scanner and practitioner pack today. So I want to lift up brother Eric today. He stepped out of his
Bro, how you-
comfort zone.
Uh-oh. You're accountable now there. How you doing, Eric? How do you feel? You feel any different?
I feel nervous, but I feel also that God is with me. He's going to guide me. And I get this sense from Chris that all is well, and it's well in my spirit. So it's all good.
Good.
Way to go,
Excellent.
Eric. Way to go.
Way to go, Eric. Congratulations on the promotion as well. You've made a great decision, and we're here. I think you know that.
I
You
do.
can't get rid of us, Eric. You can't
No.
get rid of us.
I don't want to.
So, good. Well, I love that attitude, and I love his cheeriness. I love his positive attitude. I love his you have a lot of knowledge I've sensed in this area here. So you have, I'm going to say for me, but you've really made our day-to-day. All the little input that I've been hearing from you has been outstanding.
Thank you.
I love it. Okay?
Please, I would like to share something with the rest of the team. This is very important. For people who have a disability,
I'm on a business call,
started
honey.
for
Okay.
people, do what?
Go ahead, Wayne.
The people that have a disability, if it began before the age of 26, if your state has an ABLE account set, if it is available for them, if those people want to set up an ABLE account, they can do that with just $50 in this state and go ahead and set it up. And it can go into that account. They can build it up to $468,000. It's non-taxable. The IRS is the only one that watches it. And it is non-taxable. Any state that has an ABLE account, they can put money in that account up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. In this state, it can go up to $468,000. And if the person has a disability that began before the age of 26, they can do that in the state of Missouri. Other states have ABLE accounts as well. That was started by Congress a few years back.
Thanks, Wayne. Thanks, Wayne. Nice to know, because we do run across, disabled people on our journey here, and anything we can put in that toolbox to help people that may be having a challenge, just by Wayne, just what he shared with us, we can share with others. They can check in their state for that disabled account to be able to help them. I've helped one disabled guy. I can't even remember what it was, Wayne, something you had said that I had passed on to him. He's not in the business, but he did say thank you for the information. He didn't know anything about it. So, guys, we're here to be faucets, but the water's got to come from a lake, right? So we need a big reservoir, and that's us. That's what we are, and we're all pouring out into people. And if we keep that perspective, I will say I get off my lazy butt, and I'm able to share the word. I'm able to share our technology and our opportunity with people, knowing it's not about me. Again, I'm using me because I don't want to use you guys. It's about others. And that's what gets me out of bed in the morning. That's what puts a smile on my face. I mean, literally, I have to share this with you. I don't know. I would be in severe trouble right now, I got to tell you guys, because of all the pouring out that you've done with me and the loss of my mom, and Dad's not doing too well. If I didn't have this company, I didn't have the opportunity to get on and hear Wayne's voice, or hear Bender's voice, or hear J.K. Baker's voice, hear Chris's, hear all of your voices. It is such a great place to go in the time of need, when you're depressed and your mind just kind of, you don't make very good decisions. You ever notice when you're sad or depressed? How many of you have ever gone through that, or grief? And to get on and just know that you've got this support group. Some of you are probably thinking, I didn't even know this, Jackie. Well, I wanted to say thank you again and appreciate it, because just know we're all going to have this. We're all together, and again, it isn't the many that will be on these calls. It'll be the few. Always remember that. It doesn't mean you don't have other working components in your business. I have lots of them that don't join these calls, and I feel sorry for them because there's such a blessing here from you guys. So just remember that. This is so much deeper than just making money. Have you guys figured that out?
For sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And Eric's the new guy.
Oh,
yeah.
much more.
Yep.
It's just we get to do so many other things. So when you're thinking about the job, Bill, and you want to get out of it and how am I going to get to these places, just think about all the experience when you go do this and you get yourself out of this rut and you say you were in your own way. Just think all in the next several months, the next several years, you're going to be talking, Bill, going, yeah, I was the guy that couldn't get out of his own way, and it was really difficult, and these are what I needed to go through, and I was having difficulty. Jackie would tell me, and Chris would tell me, and Wayne, and whoever else on the team, Eric would tell me, and I finally broke through, but it was difficult for me. But look at me now. I'm a multimillionaire. I mean, I don't know if that's what Bill's goal is. I'm putting words in his mouth. You know, I'm a multi-influencer now. Look towards that. Look towards the end result. Don't look towards the sadness. Don't look towards the disappointment. Enjoy the journey and all the great things that are going to come from it. I mean, there's going to be lots of trials and tribulations on this call. We're going to have deaths. We're going to have births. We're going to have laughter. We're going to have sadness. We're going to have faith. We're going to have people that don't have faith that we can splash on. Just think about it that way. And every person you talk to, you're using the good, positive voice, or if those that share my faith, the spiritual voice, to help somebody, man. It's just so much deeper. Our business is just, it's all about being the blessing. We have great products on top of it. We have a great comp plan, too. We just get the whole enchilada. So thank you, Chris, for letting me steal your thunder. Here's what I'm going to do, Chris, I promise. You did put some things together. I saw them. Tomorrow I'm going to do I'm going to do the dream thing, the second question, and I'm shutting up. I'm letting you take over tomorrow, okay?
Hey, just go with the flow, Jackie. You know, we got this.
We do got this, and I appreciate it. When you said that, you shouldn't have said that to me, because then it was just Holy Spirit and speaking and just, you know, all that good stuff. So, guys, remember, go out there and build your story today. The challenge is to get those 3 questions answered, true or false. Start articulating your dream or re-articulating your dreams and your goals today, and go out there and find a story, meaning share a product or the opportunity, personal growth, and come back tomorrow with a success story, big or small, okay? Eric's already got a success story in his pouch for today. He can chalk that off. You know, he's stepping into faith. He's going to start helping people. And realistic expectation for Eric, you're going to make some mistakes, buddy. Okay? You're going to have trials and tribulations, but the good news, it's going to make you stronger, and you don't have to do it by yourself. So I'm proud of you, Eric. I'm proud of
Thank you.
Brenner.
That's very encouraging. Thank you.
You're welcome. Brenner and Ian and Chris and Wayne, everybody on the call, Candy, Ebony, I'm proud of all of you. Teresa, Eric, you guys are amazing. And anybody watching live on YouTube, boy, they're getting a handful from us today, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
So
For sure.
I don't know if anybody who's watching YouTube can leave a message or not, but you're more than welcome to. Can they do that, Chris? Can they leave a message?
Yeah, they can comment to your video.
Well, comment if you want to. For Chris or myself or the team here, the Dream Team, we are here to help. We are here to splash on people. It's not all about money. It's just about adding value as well. And if you're looking for lifestyle, freedom, or flexibility, we're here for you. God bless y'all. Chris, you're up tomorrow, brother.
Okay.
All right, guys. Keep my dad in prayer. He's not feeling well today. He's got some issues. I'm not going to go into them, but just pray that it's not a, what do I want to say, a bleed, a GI bleed. That's what I'm going to tell you. Okay?
All right,
Thanks for the
Jackie,
prayers. God bless,
We got you.
guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.